Hello and welcome to episode 22 of the Long Distance Stitchers. I'm Megan,
I am also Megan.
and we're here to talk about cross stitch and a little bit of knitting. And I think that's it. I also started a diamond painting, but I'll show you when it's done.
I love that you have started your diamond painting. I've had mine for months. I got a kit to put it all in little things. It's all set up. My problem is that I need to make space. And
They take up so much
right
space.
now is too much. There's too much
Yeah.
choices that need to be made. So it's not happening.
Mine's on the kitchen table because there's nowhere else that I can unroll.
Yes, but you don't have two cats.
No.
Right? If I set it up down here, I can close the door.
Yeah.
If I leave it out. I probably wouldn't leave it out though, because they do like to sleep down here.
True.
On the bed that we bought for the dog for down here, not any sort of cat thing.
It's a pet bed.
Pet bed, yes.
Yeah. Should we start with our cards?
Yeah, we should start with our cards.
I got a new tarot deck.
Yay!
I had been eyeing this one on Amazon. It is the Tarot of the Divine, by Yoshitani.
I love. Beautiful. I should get this. I think Michelle Chinook Crafter has that one too. I think Michelle, tell us.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
I know someone else has it, so maybe that's who I'm thinking of. But yeah, I found it. There's like this new like kind of mysticism store that opened up on Kingston Road. So I went in there, and they have all kinds of great stuff. I'll definitely have to go back.
Very tempting to have it back, right? I have to drive downtown to get to my store.
Yeah.
Which I was downtown yesterday. I could have gone.
You could have gone. But
did
you really need
I had a little bit of time to waste too. I just worked instead. Today told me to go home at 4 and I didn't listen to her.
Oh yeah, you should have listened. Right? Today I drew the 5 of Cups, and so the fun thing about this deck is that everything is based on myths and legends, folklore, deities, folklore, and fairy tales from around the world. And so they have this beautiful book that tells you all about each thing. So the 5 of Cups is based on a Mexican folklore tale of La Lorna, who drowns her own children and then wanders the earth filled with regret and grief. She's very sad. So this card is all about like regret, and like I looked it up, and it's like you're stuck in the past and can't let go. Old wounds and bitter memories flood your mind as you think about what happened. You may blame yourself or believe you're a victim of life's circumstances. Basically it's just about like dwelling in the past and worrying about what you should have done instead of moving forward. So that feels very pointed. I'm like, oh,
are you reflecting on your 10-year moving anniversary when you left?
Am I doing that? I was kind of thinking about that the other day because I was thinking about like relationships that I had when I was in Edmonton and how some of them have survived and some of them haven't, and how like what would have happened if I had stayed. Like, who knows? Right. So not that I'm not happy in Toronto. It's just like interesting thinking about the different paths I could have taken.
Yeah, you make a choice and you go one way, and it means that other things have to change, right? That's just how it is.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so I love my new cards.
Do you have any favorites in the deck? Like
there's the one that the first one that I saw, which was kind of like grabbed my attention immediately, was the Fool, which is the siren from like the Little Mermaid.
I love that,
which I think is really cool. Yeah, there's a lot of really good ones, and they're from like everywhere. And then this, I think this is probably why Michelle has this one, is because she loves Tam Lin. So there's the Tam Lin card.
Nice.
Which is strength. Yeah, no, there's so many good ones. Yeah.
So good.
Not that I needed another deck, but
Well, so speaking of needing new decks, I got 2 new decks. So I got the Tarot Strikes Back as a Kickstarter from Roy. What is his name? Apparently is not on the deck. Is it on any of this? Roy Hudson Stewart. So he's an artist. He's got an Instagram. But so Return of the Tarot, this was his second Star Wars themed tarot deck. And he did it on Kickstarter. So the Tarot Strikes Back, sorry. And then he's also previously done Return of the Tarot, and you could add on the first one to your Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I had to, obviously. So I spent some time with Return of the Tarot, and now I'm spending some time with the Tarot Strikes Back, and then I think I'll actually merge them together.
Oh, cool.
And so he does the major arcana, and then as a stretch, he added some other cards in. So it's not a full tarot deck, but it's got all of the major arcana, and then he's got some that have he's done multiple versions of. So there's some repeat cards, but I think that just makes the deck a little bit more interesting. I haven't pulled any of the cards where there's one where there's I think 5 of them. I haven't pulled any of those.
Oh, wow.
So it's interesting too to me.
Yeah.
They are based on the writer. I'm not a real tarot person. I like it, but I don't know. The Rider-Waite Smith.
Okay, yeah.
Tarot cards, yeah.
I know what you mean. I don't know if that's the right words, but yeah. The most the classic.
People aren't coming here to learn tarot. We're learning tarot and sharing, so it's okay. But so today I pulled The World, which is about coming to the end of something, right, and reaching the conclusion of completion of something, or it can be about tying up loose ends and things like that. So yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of things moving. I don't feel like I'm really at the end of anything because everything is changed right now.
Say, you're in the middle of a million things.
So maybe it's giving me a little push to finish something.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. There's a few things at work which I think really need to come together, but I really like what he's done here with the cards, different characters. Yeah, so I love this. And then I'm just going to show a couple more of my favorite cards. So first, the Hermit, obviously, little Yoda, so cute. And then Boba is, one of my favorite characters. And
he's just Boba Fett.
Just Boba Fett. This is one where there's multiples. So,
okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I might put this one in a frame.
Yeah, you should. That's good.
Right? Put it on my desk. And then from the Return of the Tarot, okay, look at this.
Oh, that's perfect.
Right? When I pulled the deck out, this was the first card I saw. And I was like, I'm done. I'm done. This is, if I don't like any other card, this is worth it. So
absolutely.
He's got a bunch of variations between the 2 decks of the Lover, and they're all Han and Leia. And he's got them in all sorts of different things, but this one's my favorite with Jabba.
Oh yeah, with Jabba.
So good. So
good.
So I've been really enjoying that. He has a Kickstarter going right now for a Ghostbusters deck, which is only 60% funded, and it ends in 2 days. So I'm worried it's not gonna go.
Yeah,
we'll see. Maybe he'll push it out again. Maybe he does sell things on Big Cartel, so maybe he'll just publish it anyways. We'll see. Along with it, we got a postcard, but I took it to work, of the Vader. And so that is on my bulletin board at work, because I put things on there that make me, remind me that there's not just work. And then we got a little coloring book of each of the decks, and so it's got all the different cards in there. Right, here's Boba again as the Hangman, which is really fun, and just ta-da! And stickers, which are just beautiful.
Those are so good.
So I got to figure out what to put them on, because I'm running out of room. I was like, oh, I'll put all my nice stickers on my sewing machine cover, and then I see them and they're not on something where they're gonna get worn down and things. I'm almost
Yeah, you
done.
just need another sewing machine cover.
Yeah. Maybe. Another sewing machine. Okay, those are our tarot pulls with a lot of extra chit chat because we've both got new decks.
Did you finish anything?
I finished 4 things.
Wow, good
All
job.
of them were starts and finishes because in 2023, I challenged myself to finish as many of the projects I started the year with, and I promptly forgot about that and have now finished almost 40 projects, all started this year.
Yeah, good job.
I'm highly contemplating a mostly no new starts 2024 because I've also started other projects, and everything I have started that I have not finished is huge. Right?
Yeah,
I have finished
same.
everything small that I've started this year. Then I have these giant, massive projects. So we'll see. Anyways, so I know I talked about it. I think I've talked about it 2 floss tubes in a row as planned. So I finally did Allie's Moon Tarot card. Look at this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you, but I did it all in A12. So I did Ecru A12 for the white, and then I picked a yellow and an orange for the other pieces, and it's so beautiful. And so I'm going to do the sun as well, and I think I'm going to make them into a little needle book. So I'm going to do the sun beside it. I didn't think about that until afterwards, and I might have put them in a different order and had the sun on the front and the moon on the back, but because of this, unless I want to separate them and remount them, which I could do, but that's what I've decided I want to do, is make a little needle book out of it. Yes. Allie, you're amazing. I love you. And then I also, and if you follow me on Instagram, I got super into this. I was not intending to SAF this, but I started and finished Got the Morbs, which is Jacob Modern Folk Embroidery, our Stitch King. I love it so much. I'm gonna do with it today so I can take it to work again, so I can look at it. The pattern doesn't call for 4-side stitch, but I think it was Michelle who pointed it out that it was set up for 4-side stitch. And I just tore through it. So I stitched it with the floss is just one of my unnamed hand dye by Rolanda floss of the month, and it's on 18 count iron ore from Kaylee at the sewing shop. And that looks so good. I love it so much. I worked on mine. Very pleased.
I worked on mine a little bit.
I finished this.
Did not finish it.
My other 2 starts and finishes I'm not going to show because they are for the Bookish Besties swap that Heather Link is my home by is hosting. But I feel, and Megan also agrees with me, that because these are a little bit more personalized than some of the other swap things, that if we show them, then the person might know, right, like what they're getting in advance if they see the floss tube before it arrives. So they are done being stitched, and after we're done filming, I'm going to have a little FFO-a-thon, and I'm going to get those finished up so that I can package it up and be in the mail. Yeah, so I did 4 starts and finishes this month because I just got to keep upping that finish count, and if I get 40 finishes, then it's like I did my challenge.
Exactly what you said you were going to do. You were gonna finish 40 things.
Well, I didn't say I was gonna finish 40 things. I was aiming to finish half of the things on my WIP list. I finished 1, maybe 2 of those.
Good. That's better than nothing.
Yeah. I've only stitched 5 things off the 40 projects I started with, and 2 of them are my year-long projects. So better than nothing.
I mean, yeah.
It's fine. I mean, it's a hobby.
You're getting job. Progress. Yeah, and you're
like, look, I've done all of those.
Yeah, right. I've only done 1 of those, and I've started another, and I haven't even started the other 2. Yeah. But I ordered stuff to make them, and
I shouldn't feel guilty about it. It was just an idea, and if my idea changes, it's not
your idea. You can do whatever you want,
right? Yeah. Did you have any finishes?
I have 1 finish. So one of my WIP Go goals for October was a SAF on a Quirky Quaker. So I started and finished Jack-o'-lantern.
So Quirky cute.
Quaker. And this is on the same purple Yorkshire 14 count that I've been doing all of the Halloween Quirky Quakers on. And then it's just 310. And then this is Roxy Floss Coat Tangy, I think it's called. Which I thought like it was gonna be too bright of an orange, but
No,
I
it
think
works
it's
really well with that purple. I like it a lot.
yeah. Yeah, no,
You
it
can
turned out really good.
see that it's a little variegated.
Just the tiniest bit, just a little bit of dark and light areas. But I just stitched it straight across. I didn't even like treat it like a variegated thread. So yeah, no, it turned out really good. And then moving on to new starts, because it's on this same piece of fabric, I have started the ghost.
He's so cute.
The Quirky Quaker ghost. And he's gonna be also with 310. That's my little start. And then I also have the called for glow in the dark DMC, so I'm gonna use that, and you will be a little glowy ghost. And then I will finish these two probably at the same time.
I love it.
So that was my first new start.
Did you FFO anything this month?
No.
Did you sew anything this month?
I did. Should I show it?
Yeah.
Okay. Right here. So now that I'm like sewing more, I was like sitting at my sewing station and I was like, I need a little ort catcher. So I looked up a few different patterns on YouTube of like different ones that you could like sew. And this one seemed easy enough to do. So it's like the kind of pop-up one where you just like
folds into it,
like it's in its little thing and then you just push it and then it was actually a lot more hand stitching than I thought, but that's okay.
Oh, to do like the bottom and the
because you stitch like a little circle and then you're supposed to like use batting and like a piece of cardboard. So I just used felt, and then you stitch it and then you stitch two of those and then you stitch those together and then you stitch both of those onto your tube, which is the only part that you like stitching. You basically machine stitch a 12 or a 10-inch square together to make a tube, and then you hand stitch the rest of it. But yeah, so I made this, and it matches my needle book.
Love it.
My little sewing accessories. So yeah, and you basically just need like they said to use like a Pringles can, but I work at a place with paper cups, so I just took one home and cut it up, and yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Oh yeah, and that took like it took a few hours. It took a while. I don't know if it's the sort of thing that I'll be doing a bunch of, but
you have one for you now, and that's all that you need.
Yeah. And it just sits on my desk, and then when I'm sewing, I can pop it up and then put little bits in there. And that's great. That was the only thing I finished because I started sewing something else, but it's not finished yet.
You can show us when it's done next month. Yeah. Or the month after, or whenever.
It's been pinned and waiting to be finished for a while.
I've been thinking about my quilt that I started this time last year and finished one block and I haven't touched it again.
There you go.
Which again, it's because I moved my stuff and then I never put half the stuff away. There's space for it on this side of the room. There's all sorts of space. I made space for the stuff and then I never put the stuff in the space.
It'll happen when it happens. It's okay. Should I show my other new starts?
Yeah, you should. And then I can show mine. We
so
might
I
have
also
one that's the same.
I'll do that one last.
Okay.
And then we can so on October 1st, which is the last day that we shot our Flosstube, I, for Witchy Stitcher Day, wanted to start the Stitcher's Grimoire. It looks like this.
So good.
And I'm stitching this on 20 count Putricide from Kaylee at the sewing shop. And I'm using all the called for DMC. And that's just the tiniest little start there. My plan is because like I don't want to do all the words and like the border and stuff first. So I was just gonna like stitch straight down and then like
and you can start putting the fun things
on some of the fun stuff. So
I will say though,
wanna...
those ghosts are very similar to other witchy stitchy ghosts I've stitched before, and they're very fun to stitch. You see the little ghost,
They are really fun. But yeah, I want to work on this a little bit more. That's why it's still in the frame, because it's still kind of like spoopy stitching season. So I'll try to work on this a little bit more. But yeah, that was my little start on that.
Love it.
And then I also started, you probably have this start as well. I started Beavis Sampler.
Oh yeah, we have 2 starts the same.
2 of the same starts.
I can show mine.
Beavis Sampler. And mine, I think I've only stitched on this like 2 days. So she hasn't seen a lot of action, but that's okay. That's my start. And this is on, ooh, I like yours.
I like yours.
This is on just like an orange, it doesn't have a name. Murano from Zweigart. This is 32 count. And then I'm using a variegated DMC 4522 Canadian Night. And I have like 5 skeins of that, or 8 skeins of that, I think. And then I'm gonna do like sub in like solid colors for some of the motifs. Like these little reindeers or whatever these are. I think I'm gonna do those all in like a solid color. That's why I've only done the in-betweeny thing so far. I don't know. I'm kind of like deciding as I go. I haven't like planned anything out.
That's really fair. I'm doing mine on 18 count Pandora from Kaylee at the Sewing Shop. And then this is a hand dye by Rolanda, which probably has a name, but I didn't bring the floss, so I can't tell you, but I bought a whole hank of it. And yeah, I did 1 day, I think, maybe 2 days, but just got to start on it. I already love it a lot.
It looks really good. I like that.
My tone on tone choices here.
Yeah.
So I might do some of the animals just in black.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my bat in black, I think, for sure.
Right, just to do that, but otherwise this is what it can be.
Looks really good.
And I put my bat Quirky Quaker needle minder on here because it's got bat on it.
Bat, it's a bat.
Yeah.
And I have my last new start that I think you have as well.
Yes, I do have that one as well.
Is the picture for it?
Oh, yeah, I can bring the picture up. Share screen. Then I gotta figure out which one it is.
I don't see your screen yet.
It says share screen has failed to start. Please try again.
Isn't that rude?
Give me an error code. I'm also gonna try and make it kind of open there. Let's try again. If I cannot make it go, then we will not. Yeah, no, it's not happening today.
Definitely have mine. Oh, I got it.
You got it? Okay. There we go. Yeah.
Isn't she lovely? So I started mine right in the middle and I worked straight down because I didn't want to mess around with that border at all.
Are you just going to skip the border?
No. I have my 2 stitches for the border, so I know where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then I was like, nah, I'm not stitching a straight line.
I love
not
it.
Today, folks. I'll do the lines when I want to work on something that I don't have to put any thought into.
So what are you stitching on?
This is 20 count, one of a kind Ada from Roxy Flossco. It doesn't have a name. It's sort of a deep red.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Burgundy type situation. And I'm stitching it with DMC 3852 ? And then I'm gonna do, so this is like a goldy color, and then I'm gonna do 166 green for like the snakes and like the vines and like that kind of stuff. And then yeah, and then I'll do the gold for like pretty much everything else.
I love it. I also started my Namery tapestry. So I did pick in the border, but these are just half stitches. But
okay.
To go further, I might invest in another 11 by 17 key snap. This is a one of a kind Roxy Flosco fabric. It is a 36 count linen. And then I am using oyster and I think, make sure I tell you the right one. Asparagus, yeah. From Roxy Flosco for my colors. So I'm going to use oyster for most of it, and then I'm going to use the asparagus for some of the snakes and vines, like probably the 2 snakes at the top, and vines down the side or something. I'll figure it out as I go. And then I'm also very tempted to do the crown in gold color, but I haven't pulled out to see if I have a gold that I like. But this is a started on Tuesday, so a few days of progress, but I stitched this thrice because I stitched it in the wrong place. I pulled it out, and then I stitched it and went over 3 on one of my lines and didn't realize until a whole bunch was in, so I had to pull it out again. It is now in the correct place. The stitches are all in the correct place. I should not stitch when I'm dead exhausted after terrible days at work, is the lesson there, but I love it so much. I'm really enjoying it.
It looks so good.
And this is our 1 stitch to rule them all hashtag, and there's a whole bunch of other hashtags too, but if you want to join us, it's not too late. I did do a little Zoomy link sign up thing, so if people finish by March, there might be some prizes. What those are, don't ask me, I've got months to figure it out. And we are going to be doing Zoom check-ins. So the first Zoom is tomorrow, which is Sunday, October 29th. I cannot promise this Flosstube will be up before that. But if it is up before that and you want to join us for Zoom, we're starting at 3 p.m. Pacific, and you can DM me on Instagram and I will send you the Zoom link if you're not signed up, because I closed the sign-in thing. And then this is a little Tolkien needle minder that came with one of my purchases that I will show you in a little bit. Yeah. This needle minder is from last year's Fangirl Fibers Haunted America box. And it's me. This is me at work. Just ignoring all my responsibilities and tending to my work garden.
Of course.
Whilst being dead. That's the important part. Okay, what else did I start? I also started my last round robin piece, which is ink circled after the roses. This is Michelle Maine Moose Mama, her pick for our round robin. And I have to say, so this is not a pattern that I would go, oh, I want that on my wall. I'm not a very floral person, but I am loving stitching it to the point that I'm like, oh, maybe between this and the bloomers one that Danielle picked, like I might actually like stitch, like I don't need floral things in my house, but I might like stitching floral things more than I thought I did. Anyways, so I've been doing it color by color. This is a 14 count picture this plus something. I don't have the name. That info's all upstairs. And then Michelle chose to do it with all of the called for flosses, which are classic colorworks.
Oh, nice.
And so there's 12 colors, and I have done 5 fully, and I'm halfway-ish through the 6th. I've been focusing on the greens, and then I'll do all those reds and pinks afterwards. But
12 is a lot. I did not expect there to be 12 colors in that.
Yeah, I was surprised too, but it's to get all the different shading, right? Like everything, almost everything has 2 colors to it. So but it
looks nice.
Yeah. So I will continue to plug away on this. I also have back in my possession my ink circles round robin, because Danielle like knocked that out of the park. It got to her house and she's like, I am doing this, and then she instantly put it in the mail to me.
Wow.
My plan was to not open it until I was done this, but then my mom was visiting, so I opened it to show her.
Mhm.
But I'm not going to show it here or anything until I'm done because I just feel like I gotta do my work before I can celebrate my whip, right?
Yeah.
Um, just feels fair to me and a bit of a motivation. Plus I did leave my color choice spot undone on it, so I do have to stitch that for it to be fully.
Oh, okay, so it's not done. So you're still gonna, like, finish it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, smart.
So,
I like that.
and then my only other start. Oh, and I can't share the screen, and I don't really have a picture of it. But
Which
the
one is it?
artist shawl, which I've shown you like 3 months in a row or something as we prepared for our Lord of the Rings. Um, I made the tiniest start on it just this morning. So I did my cast on row, my foundation row, setup row, and then I did the first actual row of the pattern. Um, there. Thank you, Megan. But there's my start. This is Nerdy Knits yarn. It's a fingering weight in the color Zelda. So I've got my Zelda Link and Tulin yarns that I'm gonna do
Oh, yeah.
it in. But that's my start. I love it a lot. Once I have done a few rows, I think it's gonna be really easy. It's a repeating pattern. It's got 2 different sections. Right, so it does one thing, then it's got these little sections, same thing, same little section, same thing. So
Mhm.
and then the 2 rows are just slightly different for the back and forth. So
Yeah.
once I've got that, it's going to be pretty mindless stitching, which is good because he recommends 646 rows. I'm doing the small shawl. The large shawl's even bigger than that. But yeah, so
600.
this is
Wow.
my yarn in my Kaylee Dragon bag.
That's a great bag
Yeah,
for
right. And these bags, like, so yeah, like I mean, across
because
the
it, like,
front,
expands.
look at all that yarn. That is 4 full skeins of yarn in there, and it's
Yeah,
not even like packed.
yeah.
So
No, you could fit another one in there.
right, right.
Yeah.
So I love it. I'm gonna keep working on it. I'm really hoping that because of the meetups and the fact that I'm doing this like with Amy and I made the decision to do the stitch along. Amy Graham, she doesn't have a floss tube, I don't think. Amy, why don't you make a floss tube for us?
She should be a special guest on our Flosstube.
Yeah, Amy, do you want to do our next floss tube with us? Yes, you should.
I think everyone needs to see what she's been working
I'm
on.
gonna message you, Amy. Um, and then um, and then Jessie was like, "Oh, we should also knit this shawl," and a whole bunch of us were like, "Absolutely!" Right? So I've been like putting the stuff out there, but I just want to acknowledge that Amy and Jessie are fully in on this with me, along with all the other great people who have joined up for this out, including people who I don't think I knew, which is really
Yeah,
exciting because I'm gonna make new friends.
yeah. I was looking through the hashtag on Instagram and I was like, I don't even think I know these people.
Right, right.
Like,
So
yeah,
that's
I
great.
love that.
So Instagram has changed their hashtags and you do not see everything anymore. And it makes me very, very mad because I would like to see everybody who's participating and make sure that I follow them and I like their pictures. And then I cannot, right? What is
Yeah,
the
I
point of a
followed the
hashtag
tag.
if I cannot use it to see all the people?
And it doesn't even give you notifications. Like, I thought that was the point of following something.
Every once in a while I
Ooh,
get it in my feed that it's a hashtag picture rather than
okay,
just a person's picture, but
got
it's
it.
usually already the people that I know.
Yeah, people that you would have seen anyway.
And you get less of those than you used to when you're following a hashtag because I have several hashtags that I follow and I'm not
You don't see them.
getting things even though I know people are using them. So
Yeah. Well,
did you work on any whips this month?
I did. I worked on
Let's see them.
4, no, 6.
Mhm.
Okay, so I worked on my Morbs, which
Ooh,
you've already seen Megan's finished
great
one. This is what
pattern.
it will look like. This is what mine looks like.
I love it.
And mine is on 28 count rosewood even weave from X's and O's. And I'm using DMC 154, which is that beautiful eggplanty
Yeah, you
purple.
have a very tonal thing going on with your fabric and your floss too.
I really like it. I think it looks really great. It's been a lot of fun to work on. It's yeah, and I'm doing it over 2. So it's stitching up quite fast, actually.
And it'll be nice and big.
Yeah, still not like huge.
It's not a huge pattern, but it like if we were to put them side by side, I think yours would be a fair size bigger than mine.
Yeah. And then I also worked a little bit more on my swans from Cottage Garden samplings. I just forgot the name of it. I wanted to finish all the trees on this one, and I finished 2 of the trees. So there we go. 2 trees. I was like, I had just started this one last time, so I finished that one, and then I started and finished the other little
really
ones.
Good.
This is 16 count.
Is it the called for?
It's the called for. Mirage. I was gonna say murky, but that's not right. 16 count Mirage from Picture This Plus, and it's all the called for DMC except that there's one, this dark green I subbed something for. I can't remember, but it's different.
Beautiful.
I didn't have it, so yeah. And then there's also like 2 gentle arts that I'm gonna use in there eventually. And I worked on my one my one plan from last month, which was to finish all of my Marumi designs. I didn't finish them. But I did work on this one a lot, and I've completed my box.
Good. Yeah.
There's threads everywhere. And this is on 16 count bridesmaid printed Ada from Fabric
Flare.
Yeah, Fabric Flare, yeah. And I'm using Sulky 30 weight, which I don't think I will stitch with again. It has not been fun.
Really meant for that. So
it's not really a stitching thread. Like it's fine, it's doing its job, but it's not ideal. So, and now I have Sulky 12 weights to stitch with. So, but yeah. I'm even debating just like finishing the outside,
doing something different in the
and then doing something different for the inside, because I think it would be a lot easier, but we'll see. And then I also worked on, for like one day, I worked on this golden doodle pattern that I'm doing for my friend.
So cute.
And it's slow going because I'm kind of picking colors as I go, because I'm making it look more like her dog, but I think I just had her head done last time, and so I did all of that.
So cute.
Yeah, she's gonna be very cute when she's done.
I love it.
And my Whip Go call for this month, my other one was the Magic Kingdom one from Citrovia. I was supposed to do 10 hours on this, so I've done about 3 so far. So I have a few more days left, and I pretty much just did this word because it's all light effects,
colors, right? Oh, light effects. Oh.
I did not listen to Megan's advice when I started working on this, which was to not use light effects. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's the worst.
And I thought, oh, like I would like to experience it. No, I should have listened.
You did not want to experience it.
This color, though, there is really nothing else like that is exact. I mean, whatever. I could have done literally anything and it would have been fine. It's also the top of these mountains. That's a lot less, but this was just like solid.
Yeah, colors. And it like when it is
it literally took me 2 hours.
It shreds
just to do those. Yeah, it's horrible. And then I did like a little bit down here with the blue. And that was pretty much it. So yeah.
Now you know. Next time, find us
next time. No,
we
won't do it. And that is on 18 count navy Ada, just and just the called for, all the called fors, even the light effects.
Yeah.
And this is just on some sort of blue Ada. I think it's 14 count, and then it's my own conversion of DMC. If anyone really wants to know that, I will tell you. But you could just do it how it is in the pattern if you weren't being so particular about the color.
Yeah.
And the last thing that I worked on was my Treasure Island. I've actually worked on this quite a bit. I'm nowhere near caught up, but I
Look at
did
how thick
finish.
and full coverage that middle is. Is it full coverage?
So
Or is there fabric in the middle there where it's lighter?
there's fabric in the middle.
Okay.
It's just like the edges that like map.
That's
that's not stitched. Yeah, it's just I don't think so. I don't know. But anyway, so I have finished the big ship in the middle, and I did the little whale.
Oh, he's so cute.
He's so cute. Because I literally finished like this wave, and then I was like, what's here? And I looked and I was like, oh, it's this exact same color. I'll just start doing that.
It looks
and then I did the little, and so I'm working on now, this is gonna be that like crossbones thing, and then there's like a guy here, there's like a captain guy. So I'm gonna do those two sections next, I think. And then I'll move my and then I'll try to do over here. I'm just gonna like at this point I'm just gonna like
look, right, like fill it before you move it up the frame. Yeah.
I'm not gonna go in the order of the releases because
don't need to at this point.
Yeah.
You'll probably stitch faster if you do it in the way that makes the most sense to you. So
yeah, and then I can just like use the same colors in a row rather than like going back and forth all the time. Yeah, that's everything I worked on.
I love it all. Okay, so I had a few more whips as well. First, for Stitchy for Witchy, I did one length of floss in my antisocial cryptid club on my throwback 90s fabric, which is kind of coming out the right color. It's still brighter than that, but this is something I just sat down for like 3 days, maybe a little bit more than 3. If I had weekend days in there, I could work out, but I have done like 3 2-hour sessions or something, worked.
Especially because it's one color.
6-hour sessions and one thing. Yeah, right. It's all black. It's just the whole thing. So that is one of my whips. I also did a smidge more. I should have looked where I was at. I know I did just a smidge more on the Option sampler. I can't remember where I left off.
Nice.
I think mostly just adding in the start of
I think those ones are all new.
And
I didn't touch mine.
Yeah. A smidge more. I'm just gonna keep plunking away on it. Hashtag Afshan to the end, which was supposed to be September. Oh well.
Who said that?
Oh well.
It seems crazy.
Right? It will get done when it'll get done.
It'll get done.
It'll be beautiful, and I will love it. That's how that goes. Yeah. And then I also am keeping up with my Natural World Sal. That my magnets just touched each other.
That's fine.
So I did my October section with this damselfly that's got like this backstitch detail to make the wing. Oh, it's so beautiful. These little mushies, some feathers, little sprout things going on here.
Those are cute.
Baobab tree. I don't think I've ever said that word out loud. Then the alphabet, and then this border. It's so pretty. 2 months left to go, so we will get next month later this week, and then
3 days,
1 month to go. So this will be a 2023 finish. I'm confident about it. I'm so confident about it. I put the year on it. So that's that. I have not stitched on my temperature birds at all this month, so I might whip those out this week. We'll see. I really want to keep working on my Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah.
Might wait and do my bird. Even though October's almost done. We'll see.
Oh, you haven't even...
I haven't done a single bird.
Okay.
But I also because at the start of the year I planned to do it every week. I actually think that I like doing like a whole bunch in one go, because then I can do like the whole thing instead of 7 birds. 7
Yeah.
birds, right? Especially when the temperature is stable. Although the last week I've dropped, it was -15 when I woke up this morning. Happy winter, folks. We went from late summer to early winter. There was no fall here. That's not true, but it was very warm, and then it was very cold, relatively speaking, to this time of year. Although we were supposed to have our first snow this week, and it did not come, and I'm very thankful for that. I have to drive through the Rockies next week, where it has already been snowing there, but I'm glad that it's not snowing as much as they
Snowed
thought.
in Edmonton.
Yeah. Pardon?
It snowed in Edmonton and Calgary.
Yeah. It snowed in Fort St. John, which is where I'm going.
There you go.
Because that's where I go. I travel for work. Go to the fort. It's all good. It's fine. I have family there. I like it.
Yeah.
Campus, good people. We're gonna go have a party. Recruit students.
Halloween party?
No,
Oh.
house party.
Oh, okay. I guess it'll be like way after Halloween.
The mayor will be there. Yeah, fancy. But yeah, that was my whips.
Those are all your whips?
Yeah, that's my whips.
Do you have plans? Do you want to do plans? And
my plans are to knit on my shawl, to work on my tapestry, to do whatever random safts this month I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some Foley finishing. I'll do some birds at some point. I will do my thing. We're supposed to start Thursday Goes Goth for Meghan's birthday, but my fabric has not come. And I don't think it's coming before Meghan's birthday. When we filmed a month ago, I was like, oh yeah, it'll totally be here by then.
It'll totally be here.
Yeah. So I could choose a different fabric, but I really think I want that fabric. So I might just have to do a belated birthday start for Meghan.
Fair enough.
You have yours ready to go?
I mean, I had to delay my birthday start for you because I didn't get my fabric either. So that's just the way it goes. I'm gonna start mine.
To us.
No, it's not fair.
Did you say you are starting yours?
I'm gonna start mine on my birthday. Yeah. Not that I have any business starting any more giant projects, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
At this point, it's already kitted up. I'm not going to use that fabric for anything else.
It's a start is the same as a kit.
Yeah.
Sitting there. What's the difference if it has some stitches in it or not? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not actually feeling oppressed by my whip list. I'm more feeling that I'm just ridiculous. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind. Yeah, it's like I don't mind that I have a lot of whips, but I do feel like I get that thing where I'm just like, what do I want to work on right now? Yeah. And if I don't have any sort of like, okay, like you have a whip go call and it's this, or you have stuff that you want to start and it's this, but like,
right. I think that in 2024, all of my favorite designers should not design anything that I want to stitch.
Yes.
Can y'all do that?
Take the year off.
Like, no, they can design, but just don't do anything that speaks to my heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? They could speak to everybody else, but not me, please.
Just do a lot of like.
Speaking of, did you see Jacob's 2024?
I'm gonna do it.
No.
I haven't done any of his other stitch alongs, and I've seen them and I've just kind of been like, yeah, like okay, like I see why people like that. This one immediately
I'm also excited
like that.
What Krista has planning for her next stitch along. Can I do 2?
I mean,
and a temperature sal because I want to do that moon one.
I'm not going to be finished this one by then, so I don't care. But yeah, no, I saw that clock and I was like, I love that. Like, it's so nice. I'm gonna do it. So, yeah, that's one of my
thanks, Jacob.
I mean, I'm gonna have 3 because I don't think I'm gonna finish Morbs anytime soon either. So I'll have 3 of his.
As I said to Michelle this morning, so Michelle is doing WTH Jacob Sal or something like that, like what the hell, Jacob, for releasing yet another beautiful pattern that we all have to stitch. And so on the Flosstube live this morning, I was like, and he's fully aware that we all just started the Mamory tapestry, right? Like he's fully aware that we all just started this giant.
He got tagged
like, bam,
a million times.
Please also do this.
Yeah. he liked my mention of him, so I know he saw it.
Oh, we have
Like,
been chatting. He is
every single person.
He might join us for a bit because he started his and then hasn't done anything more on it. So we'll see. But he's got other things to do, like design more samplers. So, yeah.
We got our Webgo calls for next month.
Well,
so
you got your
one of mine is my turtle, my patchwork turtle. Yeah. So 10 hours on this. And my other Webgo call was 10 hours on a full coverage piece.
Oh, which is also your turtle.
Oh, exactly. So I think I'll just do the 20 hours on that.
Get really good progress on it. Yeah.
Really good progress. This is where I'm at with him right now. And I really want to stitch his belly and his other leg because I know that this is going to be really tight. I think I counted over and I think it's literally going to be like here for the end point, but I would like to finish to that foot just so that I know for sure that Then I'll be able to finish it.
That's fair.
Yeah, because I think I counted that I was gonna start like up here, and then for some reason
when I like put it in the frame, right? You
like folded so much over, and then I was like, oh, I'll start it here. Like, I don't know, because then when I took it off the frame, I was like, whoa, why is there so much extra space up here? So I don't know, but this is also why I've stopped like cutting pieces before I start working on them, because I've done that to myself a couple of times where I'm like, yes, this is exactly the size that I need, and then I cut it and then I start in like a crazy place.
So I like to wait
living to learn.
I know, right? Like
yeah. This is also one of my older whips, so this is from a time when
it's gonna be this big. But I have the whole piece.
Yeah, exactly. We live, we learn. And then also, since I didn't touch it at all this month, I am gonna try to work on my natural world sound. I really want to finish this middle row here, like the DNA.
Yeah.
In order to
DNA and then, like, stitching is really fast if you sort of follow one side of the helix and then do the other side, is what I did. Yeah,
that's what I'll probably do.
You're basically just
feel like I can zip through like a good chunk in the middle here, and then go back to the borders. But yeah, that's my plan for next month.
Hers, and she's like,
I know, she literally just started it.
Like, she'll be done before the rest of us. She'll get December and like finish it up and be done.
Like, yeah, I was like, why are you starting it so late? And then she was like, oh, I'm just gonna like only stitch on this until I'm done. Okay.
And she will, and it'll be great.
Yeah, good for you. And then I'm gonna keep working on my other sound, my Treasure Island sound, and then obviously I'm gonna finish my whip go, my 7 hours that I have for that, and then work on whatever else I feel like working on. Which, who knows?
That's
valid. Be anything.
Did you buy anything this month?
I did. Speaking of Kim.
Oh yeah.
Crafty teacher DIY.
Our friend Kim, who we met randomly in front of a tattoo shop in Toronto for the first time in person, and then her and I got matching tattoos.
And now she and I are going to be roommates on the cruise
together.
Speaking of roommates, I registered for Stitch North 2024 October this morning, and I do need a roommate because my best friend Megan will not be joining me. Sad face.
It's because we're making Stitch North 2024 April into a big adventure, because we're going to do whatever with Helen afterwards, and then we're going to New York.
Yeah.
But I can see my favorite tattoo artist.
Yeah. So I do need a roommate for, I mean, if I'm sure I'll find someone that I already know, but if not, there's also like people that are looking on the group, on the Facebook group. So
yeah, you'll be fine. You will get a roommate.
I could also just sleep in my house and take 2 hours to go to Brampton every morning if I really wanted to. I don't want to.
Would prefer a roommate. Yeah. Did you already book a hotel room so you have one, or no?
No, I was gonna wait and see if someone else had done that and then was like, I need a roommate, or Anyway, so our best friend Kim was selling some fabrics on the Discord and on Instagram. She posted them because she, I guess, was like a member of like the Bee Stitch Me. Excuse me.
Oh, she is like super Bee Stitch Me.
So she's getting rid of a lot of stuff. So I picked a few pieces. I got this piece of gray. This is Gunmetal Ada. I don't know if this is it is Bee Stitch Me. It says right there. It's Bee Stitch Me. It's just a little chunk, but I always
feel like
need
I have a gunmetal.
just like a dark, sort of neutral, good for some Halloween, good for some witchy stitching.
Whatever comes up.
I saw this beautiful sparkly. This is a 14 count Ada in Stardust, and it is an opal.
So pretty.
It is also from Bee Stitch Me. And I have big plans for this, and there's a lot of it. So
oh, so good.
It's so good. And then I saw this one like when she had them like folded. So I just saw like the sort of like pink and like brownish color. And then I was like, what is that one? That looks like a good neutral.
Huh.
And she unfolded it and I was like, okay, no, I have to have that. I have to have that. This is Kaleidoscope. This is actually from Mystic Fibers. This is Kaleidoscope. This is a 36 count linen, which is not something I typically stitch on. So this will be an adventure for all of us. But how could I not? How could I leave that just sitting there? So that is mine now. And I was like specifically looking for something for my Thurza because I was like, oh, like I'll see like what kind of like murky-esque type things that she has. And that one I was like, oh yeah, that could work. And then I was like, oh. And then I finally got my very first Jasmine custom bags. And it's excited for you. So good. Oh. It's a fall bag.
Jess does amazing work.
And little pies. Yeah. And little mushrooms. And it's so, these are such well-made bags. They're so good. And it's huge, so I can fit my 11 by 11.
Yeah. And I love the front pocket on them to tuck all your stuff in.
A little
pumpkin.
Here's little pumpkins. I got 2 of them.
Nice.
And then, yeah, there's like a front pocket. And my floss or whatever. And it was here, like, she's in Ottawa. So yeah, she shipped it like the next day, and it was here in like 2 days. It was the fastest I've ever been shipped anything in my life.
So good.
So yeah. That's it. That's all I bought.
Awesome. Okay. So I have a couple things to show. I will say some of this is pre-orders that all just happened to arrive at the same time. I did not buy all of this month. Let's like be clear on that. But there's a lot going on. I'm gonna start. So I think I showed that I had my box because we filmed on the first day of October. My Urinaceous Fibers Mass Extinction October countdown.
Yeah.
Halloweeny. It's the extinction of the dinosaurs. Big meteor hits Earth, kills everything. Type extinction. But we've been going through our yarns and look at this. So there is one more tiny yarn and then a big like main color yarn to open on this.
Oh, okay.
But this fade is giving me life. I love it so
good.
Every color I've opened, I've been like, I am here for this. So it is beautiful. We got the pattern yesterday, which I didn't load onto my computer, so I will show you on my phone. I suspect that Maggie is not actually done knitting hers yet, just based on the pictures that are included. But it's the bullied shawl is what she's called it. And that fade, like, look how that comes out.
Oh,
so good. I'm just going to show you a little bit more without showing the pattern. Yeah. And a bolide, she says, I didn't know this. This was a new term to me, is an exceptionally bright meteor or one that explodes in the atmosphere or is referred to as a large crater forming body. So the colorway is meant to like be like the colors of a meteor flying through space. So
that's cool.
Very excited to see the last two colors. There's been some other fun stuff in the box, such as the project. We got a sticker and a pin with it, and like a little stitch marker that has the meteor on it.
Yeah, totally.
So good, so good. I'm so happy with this box, and really hope she does put out another one similar next year, which she has suggested at. So, I got some more yarn. I got a mini skein set, the Fellowship mini skein set from Forbidden Fiber Company.
Oh, I love that. I love
the colors. I could not resist. I have zero clue what I'm going to make with it, but it will go in the stash.
It doesn't matter. It's just
and so the website said there was only 2 left, so I had to buy it. But I was there to buy. She also did a Lord of the Rings cross stitch kit. You always get a bag.
Oh, that's so nice.
Pretty, right? And it came with a pattern, floss, and fabric, as well as the needle minder that you already saw. So this is the pattern. If more people valued home above gold, this world would be a merrier place.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll stitch it because I'm not super like into words, but I do like that tiny little hobbit house. And I really like the mountains. So I might just stitch those and do something like or separately. The border is also really good if I'm ever looking for a border for something. Yeah. And then we got a 1/8 of a yard fabric, and this is Toasted Coconut, Forbidden Fiber Company.
Ooh,
really nice neutrally fabric. Nice. That's really pretty. And then all the flosses for the project in the color Shire, which is the green. Jingle Bells, which is this gold, which I should see if that's a good gold for my tapestry. Pumpkin Spice, which is the orange. Cloves is the brown, and Winter Wonderland is the blue. So, the colors. So
those are nice.
That was just a fun little kit. I'm very pleased. I really like my bag. It's a little small for the Namery tapestry, but I might, for my shawl, if I'm going somewhere, such as on a road trip to a different city for work, just bring one skein. And this would be perfect to just have like what I'm working on, not the full project in. So I might do that.
Yeah.
These aren't in any sort of particular order, so I'll just keep going through. I got my bag of the month and fabric of the month from Kaylee, and she went very Halloween-y. So we got Halloween bag. These little pumpkin things were in with the fabric, so I kept those. I love this a lot. So I have not started any Halloween projects this year, but the next one I start will definitely need to live in that bag. And then the fabric, now I have put my board somewhere, and I don't know where. Interesting. It's gone now. But the fabric is called Nothing Rhymes with Orange, and it's beautiful. Oh, look at that.
I need this in my life. I am gonna stalk her page until I see it.
Kaylee, you have to make a piece for Megan.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm obsessed.
So good. So that was my Kaylee things. As always, they are awesome. I got just cross stitch. People have done flip throughs. I don't get it every month, but I buy it when it's got 2 or 3 patterns that I want. Even though I know I can get it from the library for free when I've got multiple things, I buy the magazine. A whole bunch of people have already done this one from Janine of the Blue Flower, which
Yeah,
I will do it.
I thought of joining that stitch along, but I just like,
I didn't have the capacity when they started, and then
yeah,
all sorts of people finished, and
it
then
is really nice, and I've been enjoying seeing people working on it.
yeah,
I am Joe mowing.
I really liked Michelle's one in here too.
Yeah, I'm doing that one. The autumn acorns.
This one, really cute, and I think it was Mari Stitches just finished it, and she just did a little bit of border instead of autumn on it so that it can go up every year. And she made her squirrel blue, which
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. It's so cute.
And then the other one that I really like, and it's kind of full coveragey, but it's also not very big, but I love this.
I saved that one. I think I'm gonna do that one.
Yeah. So when will I start them? No idea, but I own them now. So
that's certainly none of my business.
I can start them anytime. Speaking of giant things of patterns that when will I start them? I got the cross stitch Happy Days by Kyoki Maruka, who she goes by something else on Instagram. And I don't think it's going to be on here, and I can't think of it. Oh no, it says Kyoko Maruka on Instagram. I thought she had a different name. Anyways, there's some stuff in here which I will never stitch, but I got it specifically for well, I didn't get it for this one, but I love this and need it in my life.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Right?
Yeah, I like that.
Colors in that, and then the flying squirrel. Again, this isn't what I got it from, but this butterfly hydrangea.
Nice.
And like there's donuts, there's a cat, so there's all sorts of things. Where is it? Of course, I'm not going to find the one thing. There it is. Okay. These jellyfish are to die for.
I love those.
Wow. I love them so much. I don't know if I will do like the whole thing of them or just pick a couple.
Yeah.
But I love them. So I got this and I love it.
That's really cute.
Again, when will I start it? I don't know, but you can't take it away from me now. It's in my house. Was that enough, or should I show some more? I should show some more. Yeah.
Yeah, by all means.
I did the Hearts for Pam Cottage Garden threads.
Oh, right.
Took them longer to prepare than they anticipated. Like they were like, "Oh, you'll have it in July," and then 800 people got it, and they were like, "Oh no, that's a lot of floss to dye," because we all got 10 colors of floss, as well as like maintain their regular business, right? There's some people on the Facebook page for it who are a little, I think, not understanding. Let's put it that way.
The whole point of doing it was that
it was a fundraiser, so that you could afford for her not to be at work for a little while, and then you get stuff when you get your stuff, right? Like that. That's what it was. It wasn't.
You're giving them money now to say, "I appreciate you. I want you to stay in business."
Yeah.
The promise of something in return.
And we
unknown.
We are crafters. We all know we got other things to work on.
Like who's sitting there waiting for this? Like,
I mean, I wanted it because I wanted.
Yeah,
there's many projects in here I want to do, but I got other things going on, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So got this really cute needle minder.
That's cute,
right? We also got this really nice floss card.
That's gorgeous. I love that.
And it's got 10 spots, and we got 10 colors. So
yeah, perfect.
Here. I won't name all the colors out, and it's probably going to be very difficult to hold them all, but I will try. Well, here, I'll do 5 at a time. So we got these 5.
I love the pinky, like variegated one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
We got those
I
5.
mean, they're all beautiful.
And we got these 5. I was
Oh,
showing my mom how to take it off the card, so that one's a little. And that one is like it's a blue. I don't know what's going on with my light down here.
I can tell it's blue.
Yeah. So those are our colors. I was for some reason, so they had website issues because we stormed the website. Their website crashed, and so people had trouble ordering. When I got my order in, I was a little surprised because I was asleep when the order started, right? Like time wise in the world, I was asleep. But they had the first 100 people got fabric for the witchy stitcher piece. And I was one of the first 100 people, which I still don't understand how that happened. That's also why I have mine already. They're shipping them in the order that your order's made, right? I mean, I can pull up the pattern. I'm not quite sure what the fabric is, but I got a piece of fabric with mine. And then we got a swack load, like a literal, I forget how many there are, but there's tons of patterns. I won't show them all.
26, something like that.
Something like
It's
that.
a lot.
I won't show them all, but I'll show the ones that I think I might make. I really like this.
Oh, cute.
Never done anything like this before, but I love the fabric and embroidery, so I like that one a lot. Of course, I didn't pull out because I'm not prepared. Christie's. Yes, please.
Yeah, I saw that one online. It looks so good.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
That's cool.
Michelle's.
Yeah, hers is really good too.
Yeah.
I love it.
This is a different one. And then we also got, Tack It Easy thing, which is something that Katie from College Garden Threads designed, but it's for English paper piecing, and this is one to make.
Oh, cute.
Shaped quilt piece. So I've never done an English paper piecing. Maybe I will do that. Anyways, here's the Witchy Stitcher one, which I love.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And look, I can tell you what the fabric is. Maybe. No, I can't. It doesn't say in here what the fabric is. She's got the different, she tells you which flosses are, which count sizes, but not what the recommended fabric is. So it's mystery fabric.
Yes.
All good. And then I also really like the Mojo Stitches one.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like that.
And that's not to say I don't like the other ones, right? Like there's just, I'm not going to be able to stitch them all. At least not with the floss, right? So I have some priority stitches and then we'll see how it goes. I also, I'm not going to live forever. I probably have more than I'm going to ever need, but that's fine. I'll deal with that existential crisis later. And then because I guess they were, feeling bad that it was taking so long, they also gave us 20% off and they would include it in the shipping of our other thing, which very generous and unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
I've been wanting for a while the Mojo Stitches Take Wing.
Ooh.
Okay, with all those birds in that corker. I love it. I know there's been a stitch along for it. So I got that and I got all the called for cottage garden threads to go with it.
Oh, beautiful.
I do like buying things from Australia because our dollar's basically the same, so you don't get that 30% surcharge.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I got that as well. There's a lot of crinkling going on. I apologize. When will I start any of that? It's a mystery. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in 10 years. We'll find out together.
Certainly doesn't matter.
Yeah. I also got my floss for my ink circles round robin for next year. So the second most magnificent ink circles round robin, which I believe I talked about last time. And I think I
Yeah,
showed
we
the
talked.
pattern. And then I think I put the pattern in something else, and now I don't know where it is. But I will find it. I don't need to worry about it till January. But I am doing Reflections of Ireland, which I cannot show you because the screen share isn't working. But I got my floss. And again, I don't have my thing, but I got my floss, which is this beautiful green. Oh, that's showing up now, pretty close to true.
Oh yeah.
Gay green, so it's darker and brighter in some places. And then Megan and I decided before we started filming that I think I'm going to use this linen, which is Overcast from Fortnite Fabrics. So sorry, you'll probably never be able to get it. I think they're officially done. But it's got this nice green overtone, purple. It's going to be beautiful. And again, the green, not as dark as it's showing up on camera, and I think it goes very well. And I'm not going to think about it much harder than that. I'm just going to do it. So that's all prepared. That will be a start. I might start it in December, depending on how it's going, or I might start it in March, the week before I have to set it, like kind of like I did last year. It wasn't that bad, but we'll figure it out. I also got my Hand Dye by Rolanda Floss of the Month Club, which these beautiful ones, and she did some speckling, very reminiscent of Brynn Needle. So I think she does more of that because I really like the speckled flosses.
Yeah.
So I like these colors a lot. It's a good little set. They will go on my very big Rolanda floss monster for use in future projects. And then the last thing, oh, I guess second to last, I also am a patron, third to last. I'm a patron of Kari, Uncanny Kari. And I am at the tier where you get a present every quarter. And so she did a background for us this month, which is amazing. It's this bat cat. And so she sent us a print of the bat cat, which is already at work, so I don't have it to show you. And we got a sticker of the bat cat. And bat cat's little friend, Ian, a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, that's cute.
Right? So I definitely recommend being a patron of Kari. She's also doing a stitch along right now, which is the Major Arcana stitch along.
Yeah,
which I really want to start. And it's very small drops, so I could catch up. There's been 4 releases so far. The first one's the full border, but you could do it as you go rather than just jump into that. So that might be a start as well, imminently. We'll see. But that's the Kari stuff. I also signed up for the Jingle Ball.
Me too.
Yeah. And so this is something that I do have to start. I'm only doing one class, and I'm doing the Seas and Greetings class from Tracy, and I didn't print out the full big thing, so I'm going to hide up all her stuff. But this is what I'm here for. The ship that says Seas and Greetings, that narwhal with the wreath on its horn. Oh, so good. So good. So I need to get that stitched so that when we do our finishing, it's a finishing class, to make the pillows, I can finish along. So I've got my pattern printed out. I need to pick what floss and fabrics I'm going to use, and that will be. It's not a very big. It's a quick staff. We all know I have become very good at this year. So you're going to the Jingle Ball too, though, right?
Yeah, I am also going to the Jingle Ball, and I'm doing 3 classes because I'm whatever. I wasn't even gonna sign up, and then Megan was like, "Oh, I signed up for the Jingle Ball. I'm doing this class," and then I was like, "Oh, I want to do that class." And then I was looking and then I was looking at the other ones, and the other one that I'm doing is the Tiny Modernist bookmarks, and then the Jeanette Douglas Learn specialty stitches one.
So for Tracy and for the bookmarks, are you going to stitch them in advance? Yeah,
I think so. I'll at least one, because there's 3 different ones.
Well, yeah, one of them to do this class with. Yeah. Nice.
And then you can also, like, for if you're not gonna have it done by then, they record the class and you can like watch it later. Like, it's not.
I didn't realize
you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have
instructions, to. Like, I've read the instructions. If I just sat down and did this, I'd probably be fine. But I think also having the class will be fun. Yeah. So.
I also still have never made a pillow. I bought all the stuff to make pillows, but I actually haven't done one yet. So I definitely can't hurt to have somebody walk me through it. Like, I'm sure, like, I could figure it out. I know I could, but
You made that freaking needle book. You can make a pillow. I promise you.
it's true. It's probably be easier, actually.
Yeah.
Um,
Do a square with a hole. You flip it. You stuff it.
I used to joke. Yeah.
This is a little bit fancier because you use multiple patterns.
Yeah, and it's like yeah, with more like the
Yeah.
stuff around like the finishing stuff.
But
So
it's it'll be great.
yeah, I'm excited.
And then I also got the Big Stitch Me Halloween box. I forget what like level. She does different levels. I didn't get the like full out level, but I got the one that's more than just the floss and fabric. So like,
Okay.
but she has names for them. I don't know what.
Yeah.
So I am very happy with this. I mean, I know I like Big Stitch Me stuff, but you never know when you get a box, right?
Yeah.
So we got floss tags, which I have a bazillion. I've got a little bucket here with them, acrylic floss tags. I really need to start like kitting up on these,
Yeah.
because why have them if I'm not going to use them? And they're reusable. It's not like I need to like save it for the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you've done a project, then you just use them again. So
Yeah, exactly. Just get like those little.
my brain is just like, oh, they're nice, and I need like a project with the same number of flosses that I have tags for. It's all up in here. We got this beautiful palette of silks, which are all Halloweeny colors. But I'm very happy to have some Brandy silks. I don't have her silks.
Oh
so,
wow!
Right. I really like this one. It's called Deville, as in Cruella. But they're all beautiful. So
yeah. No, those are great.
Sorry, I don't have my board. But
no, it's okay. I can see them perfectly.
They're lush. Yeah. We got this pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, some witches, some cats, some skulls, doing a bit of a brew. I don't think I will stitch this pattern. I might stitch one of these cats, which I thought I was going to do last weekend, and then I did not. I mean, my parents were here. I don't know. I was like, oh, I have a weekend. I will do all the stitching. And then I visited with my parents.
Yeah, that's
on a
normal thing to do.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what my brain was thinking though. It's not like they surprised me. I knew they were coming.
Yeah.
But I was still like, oh, it's the weekend.
I'll have all this free time.
Right. No. And then I got 3 fabrics, which they're all amazing. So ghoulish. Look at that.
That's amazing.
And I got 20 count Ada.
Okay.
So I got Goblin. Which honestly, if this was big enough for Thurza, I might have done Thurza on this. But it is not because I only got the cut.
That's really nice.
Right? Hashtag regrets. And this one's my favorite. Blood Moon.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Good. So I will have to figure out what I'm going to put on those, but I like them a lot. And then I got a Frogger with a nice little.
Oh, cute.
Take them out. I got a. I think that I'm gonna have to put this on a bag. I like it a lot, but
yeah.
It's too small of a clasp for scissors.
Mm-hmm.
Got a needle minder. It's a fun little. I don't know. It's just gold and black and shiny. I got a stitch counter, which she puts a magnet on it, so you could then magnet it on top of your needle minder potentially. I'm not sure why there's a magnet, but there's a magnet on it. I like it.
So that it can just like sit there.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
And then I was hoping she would include one of these in this box, but she doesn't put them in every box. But I like them a lot, but I've never seen them like. Maybe I'm slow because she puts extras up, but I've never been able to get one like just that. But it's her bead minders. So she's got like the tacky stuff, like the tacky bobs or whatever on it, but it's a needle minder, so it sits on your fabric. And this one's so cute. It's got a little rest in piece on it. So
that's perfect.
Very excited about that. Not that I have anything that needs beads imminently, but I do have projects that will need beads that maybe I will stitch on them at some point in the next millennia. And then I can use my bead minder.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Those are all my things. I feel like there's probably more, but that's enough.
That seems like a lot for now.
Yeah. It's
can always save it for next time.
It's sufficient. there's probably some digital patterns and things, but my screen isn't letting me share anyway. So
Don't think I bought anything else digitally either, except
I
for the
do
the
need
ones for the
to,
jingle ball.
yeah, I need to, sorry, my printer decided to clean itself right now. If you're hearing a terrible noise.
I can't hear anything.
Okay, I'm glad that you can't hear it because it's a really terrible noise. Um, so I need to buy, I haven't bought the temperature moon chart
Oh yeah.
from Climbing Goat Designs that I'm going to do next year. So I need to buy that. Jacob's, which I'm sure I don't need supplies for it. I will buy the pattern, figure
Depends
out
on
the
how
size.
much
Pardon?
I have floss. It depends on how much floss I would need. If I'm gonna do it all one color or like 3 colors or whatever.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know I have fabric for it.
Yeah.
Might
But
need
like his like you don't need a fancy floss for it. You
no.
can use, right? Like you can pick the just
Yeah.
DMC colors that like tonally match and it comes out beautiful. So
And like honestly, because like I'm doing my Namery tapestry on that really beautiful variegated like modeled fabric, and my floss is just DMC, but because of how it looks on like
yeah,
it's playing as if it's like variegated.
DMC is good floss.
Yeah.
Good floss, right?
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with doing a project with only DMC. So,
exactly.
I have a lot. I'm sure I have colors that I have enough of.
Yeah, I might just need a couple extra skeins, but I don't even know. So
figure it out. But yeah, so I'm pretty confident that between my fabric and my floss, I can.
And I'm doing my ink circles round robin. I'm pretty much doing from my stash as well. I need to figure out exactly how much floss I need again, and then I might need to just
because you're using DMC for that, or are you using a variegated?
I want to use a Brennan needle variegated for the squids, and then I'm going to use different colors for each of the 4 other sections.
Okay.
I'm doing elegant squid, so there's 4 squids, so they'll all be one color, and then each quadrant will have a different color. So
you just have to make sure you have enough.
Yeah, exactly.
What size fabric are you doing it on?
16 count. It's not huge, but I ordered the pattern off 123 Stitch, so when it comes, then I'll be able to decide how
to do all your mathing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. And then I can show everyone.
Well,
I think that's it.
I think that is it. This is another long one, so I hope you had popcorn and enjoyed the movie. We appreciate you for watching us. I know there's people who like the long ones, and you're our people because we make them long. I apologize for the abundance of things that I purchased. I apologize mostly to myself because
and being influential purchasers and making you wish that you had other stuff.
Yeah. I just have no chill, and that's all I can say about that.
Yeah.
Thank you for see you
liking and commenting and subscribing.
Oh yeah, likes and comments. I have not read comments in I think 3 Flosstubes, so maybe I should sit down and read them and do my little like belated replies that then I put other Meghan on. Because I believe Meghan stays up to date with them for the most part.
I believe I replied to everyone last time, but there might be new ones that I haven't seen yet. I haven't checked it.
Yeah, I should do some checking because I have not. It's that simple. Life is, it's not even life. It's only work. It's only work. But things will be better at work because in 2 weeks, I'm assistant manager.
Wow.
I'm so excited.
That's very exciting.
I mean, I fully understand that person has to learn what they need to do.
Yeah.
But I am so excited because now I can be like, these things are your responsibility. Check in with me, but then I don't have to think about them all the time.
Yeah.
I can like put them there and trust that they will get done so that I can do you know, the other 3 people's worth of work that I'm supposed to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very good. Very
I
good.
shouldn't complain about work on the internet, but hope is in sight. Hope is in sight. Okay.
Okay. Comment down below if you want a roommate for Stitch North
Yeah.
October
I'll
2024.
be your buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. And let us know if you're going to the Jingle Ball.
Yeah.
What classes you're going to.
What classes? And we have to figure out a way to like be sure to connect in the different rooms, right? Like post on Instagram what room you're in and things like that. I suspect that there will be hopping around to visit with people. If I get this up this afternoon, which I might not. We'll see how long it takes to compress and things like that. And you watch this and you want to come for our Fellowship of the Stitch Zoom tomorrow, just send me a DM on Instagram, which is listed below. And I will send you the Zoom link so that you can join us on our adventure. And so we are like boosting our Stitch Along, but if you just want to hang out and you are not doing the Lord of the Rings pieces,
stitch on anything
like
you want.
Friends. So just come and hang out, right? Like we're not going to be sitting there just talking about our tapestries.
Probably we won't at all.
We'll be visiting, right? So don't feel like you have to be stitching those to join. I know there's people who are doing no new starts. I know there's people who don't want to start such a big piece. I know there's people for whom that piece is not speaking to them. I know there's people for whom the Lord of the Rings is not a big thing, but that doesn't mean that you still can't be our friend. So yeah. We're inclusive, not exclusive.
Right.
Okay. Well, thank you. We will see you in a month.
Bye.
Bye.